senior living and care. So he might maybe be able to pick off this to see how ClickFunnels can help as well.
Amazing. I was just talking to my dad about this, and I love that this is a opportunity for people to be generationally involved. I'm getting my son to build funnels eventually. Once he hunkers down and realizes how amazing this is, he's going to build some funnels for me, and I'm going to pay him. So, okay. So this is really, really cool. So far you've been looking at Russell Brunson, following me. Hi. What's your dad's name? I can't hear you.
Carlos.
Carlos. Hi, Carlos.
Hi.
How are ya?
I'm doing just fine.
Amazing. Where are you guys?
We're in Bethesda, Maryland.
Maryland. Awesome. Oh, I think I drove through Maryland on my way to an amusement park this summer. We were all over the U.S. We did the, oh my gosh, Cedar Fair Park tour. So you guys in Maryland don't have one, but I think we drove through it to get to another one. We were all over the U.S. Oh my gosh, it was a crazy, amazing summer, and I want to create more of those magic moments. It was his grade 8 grad trip, and I wanted to make it memorable, and I said he has a sweet spot where there's no girlfriend, there was no incessant group of friends wanting to do something. He didn't have a job, and he's like, you have to stop saying that. You make me sound like a loser. I'm like, no, it's the mom dream spot where I could take you away for almost 2 whole months and we could travel around, and it was tiring actually, but it was fun.
Beautiful.
So I think it's really cool that your dad wants to help seniors. I was talking to my dad about the needs of the people in his RV resort down in Florida, and they're getting hounded with ads, but they don't trust any of them is basically the consensus that I got. They're hounding probiotics and yeah, so there's a lot of good pain solutions, and cortisone isn't working for everyone, and they've got some health problems. So yeah, I can definitely, my whole jam is getting everyone healthy, right? So I actually do health funnels. The reason I'm learning funnels is to amplify my businesses. And the only reason why people will sacrifice their health, in my opinion, is because of their wealth or lack thereof. So I got into teaching business about 4 years ago, even though business isn't my main jam, healthcare has been. But I started my first recurring income company when I was 12. I didn't know what I had done. Yeah, we call that conscious incompetent, or no, unconscious competent, right? I didn't know what I had done, and I set up a recurring income stream that was like 3 years, and then I cut it off because I didn't know what I had done. And then I went back to getting a job for 70 hours a week, and then went back to owning my own company, and I've done that ever since. So I know a lot about business. Started my first official one as an adult when I was 19. Yeah. So I just been making them bigger and better ever since. I'm small potatoes compared to all these guys that you see here. And I'm writing books with some giants over here, which is very exciting. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about funnels. So, so you know what a funnel is? Maybe we should start there. Do you know what a funnel is?
Let's go through it, because I don't even know how to explain it to my dad. So if maybe you can give us a welcome to.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go through kind of my story, because that's how we do things in the Russell Brunson world. And you'll get what a funnel is from that, and then kind of what I've figured out since then and why I almost gave up and all that other stuff. So the word of my year is courage for Karen this year. That's my encouragement for myself, because I almost gave up on funnels. So I know the light is kind of glaring on this. You won't be able to see me as well, but that's fine. You don't need to see me. Can you see the board okay? I know there's a bit of a glare from my computer.
Yeah.
So I went 4 years ago down a funnel. I was in a funnel. We've all been in funnels, right? I went to a stage presentation. Some big dude on stage, you might know him, Les Brown, did a presentation. He was in rough shape with his health, actually. And he said he was going to offer this free course for speaking, and I wanted to have a bigger voice. Obviously, hanging out with these giants all the time, I wanted to have a bigger voice. And so I signed up, and some other dude ended up there, not Les Brown, because Les Brown was sick. And so I understood that, but I had no idea who this dude was. But he was promising to take our message and teach us how to tell our story and make courses. And I was like, sweet, I need that because I'm a massage therapist. I'm trading time for money. Instead of one boss, I have like 500. You know, I can't take time off. I can't travel. I'm worried about being broken all the time. I get a cut in my finger. I'm bawling my eyes out, not because it hurts, but because I'm worried about our financial future, right? I got no pension. I got, my ex, this isn't really public knowledge, but your RCM group, right? So he was a gambling alcoholic, and he just, as fast as I could make it, he would deplete it. So I actually had 7 companies when the divorce hit 4 years ago. And one kid was punching walls, and the other kid was bawling his eyes out, understandably, every night. And then my parents got into a severe car accident, and I was like, I need a better way to deal with my life because I need to be there for my parents. End of story. So I bought into this guy's 25K program. So this is a funnel, okay? Just be aware. There was a stage talk, right? This led to a smaller group meeting. Then there was a presentation. He did some cool stuff. He taught us some cool stuff, but mostly it was sales. I got sold into a 25K program, which was the top program he was offering. He had a few others for 9K. This is a funnel. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of these going on. And actually, I see on a bunch of Russell Brunson's posts, really funny right now, there's this dude out who's like knocking everybody. He calls it contrapreneur. I'm spelling that wrong, but contrapreneur, like it's a con artist. And I think it's really funny because it describes this whole process, right? And I'm like, oh, you mean like people getting paid for their expertise? Well, that's a real thing. But okay, if this is how you're trying to knock Russell Brunson, good luck because he's taking over the world. So in any case, I got into this guy's 25K program, and I flew out to California a whole bunch. And he taught us that funnels were the way. And so he did teach me how to share my message. He did teach me how to make courses. I made 7. He taught me how to get on stages. I did, which was awesome. So I'm not saying this was a waste of money. But ultimately, when I stood up for this 25K program, what he promised me was a money-making machine. And that's what I was after, the freedom, right? My parents got into the car accident. I was last to call. I'm the medical of the family. I'm the one who translates for all the doctors. I'm the one who makes the decisions because I understand what the vocabulary is if there's an emergency. They called me 2 days later. That is not okay. I will be first responder from now on. That's my goal with this group, right? So in his program, he taught me about funnels, and he taught me, this marker is super crap. You've seen this before. You've probably even opted in for a few of them. He taught me to make a free product. So this is the most simple of funnels, okay? He taught me to make a free product, an opt-in. You've heard this?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard squeeze page?
Mm-mm. No, that's a new term for me.
It's all the same stuff. When you hear it, I was actually going to do, a school for all the terminology, right? Anyways, so it was a free offer to a call. And then I was supposed to upsell them into something, an event, whether it be live or online, which I taught a whole bunch of those, and I recorded them all, and I've got tons and tons of content. Can you see this okay?
Yeah.
No, it's backwards. Is it backwards?
No, it's coming out fine. I see left or right. Yeah.
Good. So free opt-in, free gift, right? You've seen all that. Opt in for a free gift, go to a call, and then upsell them. The problem was this dude who sold me the 25K program had like 13 coaches here. I was like, dude, I don't want to hire 13. Like, I'm telling you, I want a machine. I don't want to do calls. I'm busy. I have 7 businesses. I cannot do calls all day long. Like, these people are like, oh yeah, I've done 150 strategy sessions. They call these the calls, so a strategy session, or they call them a deep dive, or they call them, you know, they don't call them a coaching call because they're not. They're a sales call, right? So they call them these other things to kind of mask it, which is what the entrepreneur was talking about. But anyway, so I had 7 businesses. I'm like, I can't run 150 calls per week to sift through the numbers to find out who's going to sign up for my live event. I do not have this time. So I was one of the only people, I found this out 4 years later, I was one of the only people who charged for this call. This was supposed to be a free call. I charged $135. I have to get a new set of markers. I've been using my markers too much, which is cool. I charged $135 for this call, but I was convincing enough that I could. Someone else is joining us. Hello, iPhone de Clifford. Can you hear me? Can you hear us? He's joined twice. Hello, iPhone de Clifford. Can you hear us? Hear me? There is a button you can hit if you're having trouble called mute or start stop video on the bottom of your screen if you're on your iPhone or your computer. You can figure out the tech. So does this make sense so far?
So far, yeah.
This is like, you know, you can get on stages and speak to, you know, thousands of people, and then you can whittle it down. And, you know, I didn't know the numbers because I actually spoke on Jack Canfield's stage in May, and I thought I know, I was so crazy. I know, I was so crazy. It was a wild ride, but I thought I failed miserably. Like, I am an A student, right? I am the, what do you call that? The overachiever, classic overachiever, the like 96% average student, right? And so I was like expecting a 50% conversion, and I'd be okay with that, right? From the crowd. So it was a small crowd, actually, so smaller than I thought, that were there. But I sold 13% of the room. And I was like, I failed. I'll never speak on stage again. Like, I taught at Les Brown's Maximum Potential Institute. Actually hijacked Tony Robbins' stage, which is a cool story. I've told it online a few times. So I was like, 13%, I suck. I'm never gonna do this again, right? But apparently, if you sell over 10%, that's really good. I didn't know. They were like, when I got back to talk to the team, they were like, Karen, you outsold everyone else at the event. We had like 20 speakers, and you outsold everyone. I was like, what? They were like, yeah. I was like, okay. Anyway, so the idea is this is a funnel, right? Thousands down to a few, and then a few only opt into these big programs, right?
Okay.
This
Okay.
is kind of the opposite. It's still free, right? Your ad or whatever your traffic source is. Ads isn't the first strategy that we teach. You know, go to a free call and then sign them up for your event or your course or whatever. But I was like, dude, I'm gonna run out of leads. Like, everyone I know, I can convince them to sign up for the call and for the event, and then I'm out of leads. Like, what am I gonna do for traffic? So I did that for about 4 years, and I did some cool stuff, right? I'm not saying it was a waste of time. Oh, and in the meantime, I was like, I love this funnel business, but I want to automate it. And clearly after 2 years, I'm not going to figure this out. So I want you to build it for me. So I upgraded to his $100,000 program. OMG. 100K. That is, I am all in, right? I'm going to change my life. I'm going to make up for all the mistakes I made with my ex. I'm going to give my kids a cushy life that they could never imagine. I'm going to figure out this online marketing thing, right? Like, that's it. So he built me a funnel, and I refused to do it the way he wanted. I didn't want to do the calls, right? I was like, the chances of them showing up, it's like a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of my time. I don't have time. So this is what he built me. For $100,000, this is what I got. A free opt-in to what they say is a first paid offer, to the second paid offer. For you? Yes? No?
Gotcha. So they could buy something on that second page, and then another thing on the third page. Okay.
Yep. And then the call, and then to my live or online event. So that was what he built for me.
Okay.
So typically the free thing, they call this, I won't get technical. Doesn't matter what they call it. You get the picture.
Mhm.
I don't want to make it more complicated because I have a tendency of trying to tell you everything, and I just want to give you a basics.
Cool.
So this was much better because they got a free thing from me, right? And more importantly, they got on my list. Apparently, that's the whole name of the game is having a list. Then they got offered a first paid exposure, a second paid exposure. By then, they've devoured some of my content, so they know me a little bit better. And then the show up rate with the invite to a call was embedded in these courses. So once they finished them, I didn't have to reach out to them. I didn't have to book it. They got a button in here and they could book the coaching call in the funnel. So then once they opted into the funnel, I only had like serious interested people by this point. Yeah. And then I would upsell them to my live or online events, which I was running both.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. So I spent $100K. I actually flew back and forth to California for 2 years, 4 times a year. So probably after all was said and done, I figure I've spent about $170K. You want to know how this funnel did?
How much?
Wait. I was also using, this is the crazy part. I was using 15 different softwares to piece it together back then. The 15 different softwares were costing me $3,000 a month. That's a big deal. And I was running $900 per month in Facebook ads for about 7 months. Yikes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. This is not what you're going to do, by the way. Hey, iPhone to Clifford, did you figure out how to get your audio and get on? Nope, gone again. Okay. So I was running $900 a month in Facebook ads. I had $3,000 a month in a whole bunch of softwares. Once they built it, my contract ran out with them. They taught me about CPA, cost per acquisition. Very clear, cost per acquisition. That is how much it costs you to get your lead, right? And they taught me another number, which is eluding me right now, so we won't get into that. But either way, it doesn't matter. My conversion was good on the front end. But guess how much this funnel made me?
50%?
Well, it's not a fair question because you don't know what these cost. This was free. This was $117. We ended up dropping it down to $17 just to split test stuff. And this product should have been $1,000, but it was $117 when all was said and done. And then there was the call and then the live event. So out of this funnel, what do you think the total amount I made was?
Not including the live events.
Yeah, not including this because that was outside of the funnel.
Maybe $1,000.
$1,000. Does it seem worth it for $170K plus $3K a month in software plus $900 a month in Facebook ads? Does it seem worth it?
Mm-mm.
No, but that's not what I made. I had 586 opt-ins and 2, count them, 2 $17 sales.
Ouch.
Wah, wah, wah. So I was like, I hate funnels. I'm never building a funnel again. F funnels. I spent all this money, all this time, 2 years of my life, my savings, scraping money together, and I was a whiteboard again. I was like, forget it. I'm never doing this again. Funnels suck. Everything sucks. I can't do this. It's my fault. I'm a failure. My dream is dead. Like all that stuff. Where I was at. And so I went back to hustling. And so I was like, I got to pay these bills that I made, right? And so I was teaching live events. I was teaching online. So I'm not saying I didn't make money there, but that was me hustling, right? That was me getting on stages. That was me selling the courses. And you can do it that way. But eventually, you run out of people that you know. They all know about your stuff. So you got to go back online. So I went back to doing networking events. I went back to doing, I have a network marketing company. So I was doing like 3 vendor events on the weekend. I was getting on stages. And you know what I realized? When you get on stage, what happens? You make an offer. and then you have to fulfill on it. But I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Guess what I needed to fulfill on it? Funnel. I was going to all these network events, and I was meeting all these people, and I had no time to follow up. And what do they say? The fortune is in
The follow-up.
I say it's in the funnel. The fortune's in the follow-up funnel. I want a follow-up funnel. I don't want to do the follow-ups, but yes. Stages, networking events. I was also going to vendor events. OMG. I never want to do another vendor event in my entire life. This winter was particularly brutal. This was a year ago today. We're doing vendor events, and guess what? You meet a lot of people, and you have a prize box, and they sign up. And guess what you have to do with them? You have to
Follow up, yeah.
I was like, I still need a funnel for all this stuff. So from January until April, I hustled. And then I stopped dead because I realized I still needed a funnel for everything. And I went back to building funnels. I went back into the funnel world, and I said, okay, I tore down my funnels. I turned them off. I had 15 different softwares. So I researched all the softwares out there. I said, I can't run 15 softwares. And when I signed up with ClickFunnels, it couldn't do everything that it does now. So there are still some integrations needed with ClickFunnels, but only one that I know of that makes the most millionaires. And guess what? I bought my ex out of the house. I paid off his credit cards. I signed up for this really expensive program. I flew around town. You know what I mean? Like, I needed a way to make $1 million back. So from April until now, I've been deep down the Russell Brunson hole. The Russell Brunson funnel building rabbit hole. I've been down the hole. I haven't pulled the rabbit out of the hat yet. I haven't, because I've been learning like crazy. So what I've kind of learned is a whole bunch of different things that I can use to make you go faster, better, smarter, faster. And I figured out that you could do it for under $1,200. Or even less if you want. You could do it for about $500. That sound better than $1,500?
A lot more. That's per month? Or how?
Okay, so let me clarify. ClickFunnels membership is $97 or $297 a month, not $3,000, which is what I was paying with that. And this is in training.
Okay.
So instead of paying $100K for training that I paid, plus flight, plus da-da-da, you can get all the training you need. If you want all the bells and whistles for $1,200, and if you just want the basics, I'd say for under $500, you can get all the training that you need, and that includes the software.
Okay. Wow.
Crazy. It's so crazy cheap. Yeah. So I'm going to recommend a few things, but I want to show you the strategy first because I think this is important. So the new strategy, they have something called the OFA. And the OFA has its own program. It's really great training. It's $100. I have done 1 million sales training. It's the best sales training I've ever done in my life. I ask people, when do you feel like you got your $100 for it? Because by the way, I stopped teaching my business program, even though I won from Tony Robbins Business Mastery grads. You know, they're all at Business Mastery right now.
Right.
I won top business program from his Business Mastery grads.
Wow. Congrats on that.
I can teach business, okay? I can teach business. But Russell Brunson's programs are so good, I stopped teaching business. And I just run affiliates for him. That's what I'm doing with you right now. So I do, full disclosure, I get paid if you sign up under me as a ClickFunnels user. And I get paid if you buy any of the ClickFunnels resources. But instead of selling my programs, which are $1,000, you know, $1,500 plus advancing through my funnel and my business stuff, I'm just like, I'm going to sell you Russell Brunson stuff. And I will not take a commission. I will not do, because I want to teach health, right? But I will use this money to make back some of the investment I made and the mess I made, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that I can, you know, fly. So this OFA, I always ask people, when do you feel like you got your money's worth out of this training? Everyone says in the first 3 days, in the pre-training. Everyone. I'm like, that's crazy. It's $100 worth of training. It's the best sales training. And I've taken every business sales training, marketing training out there. Like, honestly, I've done a ton of them. Maybe not everything, but a ton. Since I was 12, okay? So I'd start in the One Funnel Away Challenge, but their strategy for a funnel is what we call a lead funnel. And a lead funnel costs a lots of money. It does get you a list. It does. But what I'm doing in this group, the Brunson Box Army, is I'm not doing the OFA strategy. What I've learned is people need money now. Is this you?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to leave your 9 to 5, you need money now. So I got a hold of some training from his 2 Comma Club award winners. Do you know what that is?
No, but I'm guessing like $1 million if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, I always say they won $1 million in a funnel, but that's not true. They earned $1 million in a funnel, which is awesome. That's the goal of my group. That's the goal of my group. I want to make a bunch of millionaire friends. So I'm going to share with you all this pain, all this heartache, all this time, all this money I spent, because I want a bunch of people who care, who can actually make a difference in the world. That's why RCM group, I'm talking to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people who are rich enough to make a difference. So the 2 Comma Club award winners have all earned $1 million in a funnel. And so I'm going to show you to go through this training, but I want you to go through it with the understanding that this is not what you're going to build. You just need the training to have the foundation so we can talk the same language, so that you know what an OTO page and a squeeze page and an upsell page and a bump order is. We need to talk the same language. So once you know all the language, then I'm going to share with you my strategy to get to the 2 Comma Club funnel first, instead of doing this funnel first. This funnel takes a lot of time and lots of money and lots of traffic, and that's not what he taught his 2 Comma Club award winners to do. I have a bunch of friends who went to Funnel Hacking Live last year, and they're all 2 Comma Club award winners. So that's why I'm going this year. I've already spent my money on courses, yeah? I'm like, no, that's why I'm going this year. So then I can bring everything back to you guys in the group. So if you sign up for a ClickFunnels account under me, I'm going to show you some resources to get. Then you're also going to get all of my ahas that I'm going to use later selfishly. I'm going to charge for it later. I'm not charging it for you guys because I'm just showing you, right? This is what I learned from day 1. This is what I learned from day 2. And I'm going with, I signed up for another smaller group right before with Russell's top funnel builder on offer making, and another dude who's a giant in content creation, because that's where they say you get your best leads. You don't have to spend the money on Facebook ads. Awesome. So resources. Let me walk you through that. Is there any questions about that, or does that all make sense?
No, it makes good sense.
Okay.
OFA is basically my introductory book or webinar to really get myself up to speed with lingo, jargon.
Yeah, so you're going to do the OFA course. You're going to get really excited. You're going to want to build an OFA funnel. Don't do it. I'm telling you, there's a better, faster way to cash. And Russell just taught it in his new course, Funnelology. Plus, I've been learning it from his 2 Comma Club people. Plus, I've been in some Inception Secrets training, which is not in his main training. And I don't want you to worry about it. I don't want you to get all in it. I've been in it for 9 months, okay? I've been down the rabbit hole. I'm just telling you, this you need for the lingo. He's going to give you, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I have share funnels, right? So he's going to give you the OFA funnel, and you will build this funnel, but not yet. It's not going to be your first one. Your first one is going to be something else, but you need some tools to get you up to speed. So the OFA isn't the funnel you're going to build, but it's going to be a course. Now there's 2 ways to get the OFA. The OFA is $100, I just told you, or it's free. What? Or it's free. This is the benefit of having an affiliate like me. So if you get your ClickFunnels account, remember I said that there's a 97 version and a 297 version?
Mm-hmm.
If you get the 297 version, He has something called Platinum right now. It's in beta, and the Platinum is going to be $6.97 a month. Right now, if you get the $2.97 a month, you're grandfathered in, and you get all kinds of his courses for free. Like a ton of his courses for free, including the OFA. It's in this version. So if you're going to get the software anyway, eventually you put this $100 into here and you get the course for free. It's in the Platinum version, and you don't have to worry about it going up to $6.97 a month later. You can stay at the $2.97 a month. Did I already lose you, or does this make sense?
I follow you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can do it two ways, right? So you can do the OFA. Now, there's some advantages to doing it here as opposed to free. Free has it recorded. You go in, you can zap through it this weekend if you wanted to, right? You can go through it, you're done, you know what I'm talking about. Great. Karen, hey, what's the new strategy? What are we actually building, right? We're building a different funnel, not the OFA funnel. But this challenge funnel takes you through, and they have coaching. They have a Facebook group. They have a Q&A group. They get released daily. So over a month. This happens over 30 days. This does not happen all at once. This is all at once. There's extra trainings and coaching here that don't happen here. That makes sense?
Okay.
You can ask questions. This is very interactive. If you want to take the time to do it. I know Ryder's doing it right now for me, and he's loving it. I don't know. I think he bought the challenge, so he's doing it with them. If you're crunched for time, do it this way. Because you have it all at once. You unlock it all at once. This one's 30 days. It takes you 30 days to learn it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. This one, they don't have the coaching calls in. That's okay. I mean, if you want them, do it. If you don't, don't. So I'm just telling you where to find it and where to find it free if you want it. Cool?
Cool. Okay.
Send you a little book. If you sign up for the actual challenge, they send you a box with the workbook. I mean, it's still worth $100. If you have $100, do it, you know, and have both.
Because I could always go from paying the 100, then move to 297 off services, right?
Yep. Because you're going to need the software at some point anyways. You can't access it in the 97 version though. So you would have to pay for it. Oh, actually, in beta, I don't think you can. I don't have a 297 version. I can't actually tell you if that's true.
Okay.
There's a couple other things that I think that you need to get started. One is a book called The 30-Day Summit. One is a book called Expert Secrets. Have you heard of any of these?
Is that the same one as the .com secret? Oh, you're writing that. Okay.
Dot-
I almost bought his .com because I did his funnel. Like I clicked on it, gave my email, and he's like, buy this, and then he said, well, when I get the whole thing, I think it had Expert Secrets and some other stuff for like another $50.
All right. So here's the deal. And this is, you know, this is why you have me. This is my job in this realm, is if you're going to buy this stuff from me, then I'm going to tell you whether you should buy it or whether you should get it for free, right? Just like the OFA. As an affiliate, I feel like that's my job. My job is to point you in the right direction, tell you what you need, tell you what you don't need, tell you like, okay, you're going to do OFA, but that will be a painful, slow funnel building process like I did with the other guy. Don't do that. Let's just do it faster. Let's make you some money now.
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah. So the strategy that I have now is don't build your courses yet. Learn how to make offers, and then I'll teach you how to build the. So 30-Day Summit, Expert Secrets, .com Secrets, Black Box Secrets, and one more. You're going back to university. How does it feel? How does it feel? Is it okay?
Yeah. So far so good.
All right. So, and then this is another software called Funnel Scripts. So this is what I mean, where you could do it the expensive way or you could do it the cheap way.
Okay.
So this is free plus shipping. In my group, you're in my group, right?
In the Facebook group, yeah.
Yeah. So I have announcements in the group, and under the announcements, you'll see a post that has all this, but now you'll understand what the F it means.
Uh-huh.
Because you probably had no idea what it meant. So under the announcements, you'll see a post and it says like, OFA challenge, sign up here. Get ClickFunnels, sign up here. Join the 30-day summit, sign up here. Get expert secrets in the black box, sign up here. Get ready, copywriting secrets. And I have all the links in there, right? So I'm going to explain to you what they are, and then you can go find them. Cool?
Mhm.
These are what I feel like you need to have every tool. If you want less than this, get less than this. But these are the basics. They refer in every training that's in the Platinum, all these courses, Funnel Builder Secrets, he has a Tony Robbins signature series in there. He's got a bunch of cool stuff. But in order to understand it, you kind of need this stuff because they refer to this stuff all the time.
Okay.
I have links for it all. You don't have to write it down. It's all in the group. You can look through it, and I have the affiliate links for it for you. And I actually tell you what he bumps you into in the funnel and what to buy and what not to buy. So for example, the 30-day summit, he's not running that right now. No one's heard of it. And I think the reason is because it's confusing. What's a summit?
Yeah, it's like a conference.
Okay. You're up on me. I had no idea. I was like, it's a
I'll
live
see.
event? Like, is it a online thing? Is it live? Like, what is this summit thing?
Yeah.
So this is his 30-day summit book. This is the most brilliant book. This is like, oh my God, if I could just have this. So there's a link in the group for it. And I'm telling you, man, if I had this, I would not have suffered the last 4 years.
Okay.
This, if you learn, okay, listen, if you learn nothing else from this call from me tonight, learn this, okay? I am not $1 million funnel earner yet, but I have the path, right? This helped me get there. This book is basically Russell Brunson said to all of his $1 million funnel earners, hey, what happens if you lose everything and you have to start over from scratch? All you have is a ClickFunnels account and a Wi-Fi account. Or Wi-Fi, good Wi-Fi somewhere. No leads, no list, no programs, no products. You have nothing. You have no following on Facebook. You have nothing. What do? And they all told their stories in this book, what they would do to get back to $1 million in 30 days.
Amazing.
How excited are you about that?
That's pretty awesome. That's a thick book too.
You don't look too excited. I was like bouncing off the walls when I heard about
Yeah.
it. So I don't know how many are in here. Let me see. 30 people wrote him back out of all of his top funnel builders, all of his millionaires. And they said, here's my step by step by step, day by day by day plan. And they wrote stories about what they would do. And some of them are weird. Some of them are fantastic. And I haven't read them all, to be honest.
Mhm.
The reason why I haven't read them all is because I learned the strategy that he taught in the 2 Comma Club Inner Circle trainings for 25. I stopped reading this, but I want you to have it because I'm not a millionaire yet. So don't take advice from me.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Huh?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Cool. And it's free and it comes in front of the OFA. That's pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So back to this. So when you see the 30-day summit book, get it. It's free plus shipping. And the upsell is the OFA course. So when you see in the group that I've posted that, now you'll know what that means.
Okay. Yeah.
After the announcements, right? So the 30-day summit is this really cool book, right? Really cool book. And it upsells you into the OFA. So if you want to buy the OFA for $100 after you get the 30-day summit book, get it. If not, get your ClickFunnels Platinum account, $297 version, and you can do the OFA for free.
Cool.
Make sense?
Cool. Okay.
Cool. And the next set of books you need is what we call the black box. The only way you can get to the black box is by going through Expert Secrets Funnel, which you did, or the .com Secrets Funnel. You did one of them.
.com. Yeah.
Right. So he offers free plus shipping. That's what I wrote. It's not fish ship. Free plus shipping. And then if you like the audio version, I haven't seen the audio anywhere else. That's where you can access the audio. That's why I put both in there, because some people like to listen, especially men like to listen to books, right? So the Expert Secrets audio is the upsell bump. And then I told you what the other upsells are on that page. I can't remember what they are offhand, but I told you some of them I haven't seen somewhere. Get it if you want. Other ones I have seen, and it's in here and it's free. So I've laid that out for you, his exact funnel and like what he's going to upsell you to. Watch it. I mean, it's brilliant to watch him go through it. You'll learn a lot about funnel building by going through his funnels. They're very, very cool, and he's brilliant at it. Okay. So Expert Secrets. Oh, sorry. Expert Secrets and .com Secrets both lead you to the black box. Now the black box is something more. So you'll get, if you go through .com Secrets, you'll get upsold to the audio, and then you get upsold to the black box. The black box is this. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, 3-part. Yep. I remember that now.
And this thing is the coolest thing in the black box. You must have it. It's all of his sketches. And you'll use this as a reference all the time. And even in the OFA, he references these. So it's good to have them forever. It's amazing. So I would recommend you get the black box. The black box is $37. And then there's a bunch of upsells in there. I've told you in there, buy this. I haven't seen it. Buy this, whatever, it's free. I told you that in that post. I'm just trying to give you the basics here. Cool? So out of these books, 30-Day Summit, Expert Secrets, .com Secrets, and Upsell to the Black Box. Get it, because it's got some of those bonus little booklets in it. It's got a quick start guide, cool stuff. Good?
Okay, cool.
And then, so that's $37 for the black box, and the other ones are free plus shipping. So what are we at so far? Free plus shipping, $100 and 30. We're at $137 so far, and you have more sales training and marketing training than you've ever had your entire life. So that we can talk strategy after. So the only other thing that you might need, and you probably don't need it yet, truthfully, you probably don't need it yet, is copywriting secrets. And this is to go with a software that's called Funnel Scripts. Now, the only reason why I'm telling you about it right now is because this used to be a monthly subscription. And it used to be $4.97 per month.
Wow.
Now, this is worth it. Have you ever paid anyone to do copywriting for you for anything?
I haven't had the experience yet, no.
Okay. So a good copywriter to write one sales page can charge up to $20,000.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of dough, Remy. So this will write your video sales letters, your headlines. It will name your courses. It will help you do Facebook posts. It will give you the structure for a video sales, a content post. Like, it does all kinds of things. And he just added something new, which is the coolest thing ever. Ryder and I were talking about on the chat, is he added an avatar. So you can put in your ideal client and it'll ask you all the questions. And then he's trying to make it so that in the future, those things will populate in the scripts for us. But either way, the point is it was $4.97 a month, which was a deal rather than $20K per sales page. Email copy, like it writes all that stuff, right? And they made an unlimited version. And the unlimited version is $700. But in the last offer of ClickFunnels, for the last offer, they put in a monthly again. And I think they're going to switch it back to this $500 a month. But I have it unlimited for life. I have it at $700. And you can get it for $700 right now too. But it will help you speed up this process of funnel building for sure. And there is a book that he just released called Copywriting Secrets. And it's free plus shipping, and he's got a bunch of upsells, and I put that in the post as well. So that is all you need to get started. Once you get all the books that you want, and once you're finished the OFA training, then we have another conversation about what funnel type I am teaching you to build, because now you have a different place. You understand the language, right? And then you can reference the books when I say, hey, we're going to do this kind of funnel, and we're going to follow the format of the Hero's Two Journeys, and we're going to start with, the one sentence persuasion, and we're going to go through like stuff that's in the book that you don't know right now, right? So I can just talk you through this much faster if I catch you up to speed. And so if you wanted for the $700, this one's free plus shipping. It's ridiculous how cheap it is. When I think of all the money I spent, I almost want to cry. Like really, all the money and time I spent, but at the same time, I'm so grateful to Russell Brunson, because without him, my dream would be dead.
That's amazing. Cool.
It
Okay. Excuse me.
I don't know if that helps you, because maybe you were looking for funnel structure, but I really can't talk strategy to you until you have a base knowledge.
Yeah, I would tell you this. This helps me a lot, because I held off on getting the .com secrets because I was like, why am I getting it? And you just helped me to understand, don't just get because, Russell just said to do it. It's like, okay, this is what you should get. And I got turned off on my end because I was like, okay, I got the upsell $37, but is it worth it? So I just paralyzed. I said, you know what? Let me hold off. I'm sure over time I'll figure out this. And you helped me to figure out, okay, the black box does make sense because of that. The sketchbook. So now I know what I'm actually getting versus like, let me just throw my money up in the air and let's just hope I get something that will teach me, what's.
Oh, I think that's what I did with the $100,000. I just believed in this dude. And like I said, I don't regret any of it. And I did make a lot of money with live workshops and online workshops. Like, I'm not saying I didn't. But that's not what I hired him to. In my mind, that's not what I hired him to do. I hired him to make me a money-making machine that converted without me having to be there. What he created was a whole different job for myself, and I wasn't looking for another job. I had enough of those. Like self-employed business, right? I had enough businesses. I was not looking to start another speaking business or, whatever. But I'm glad I did, because all this makes a lot more sense having done that. But I just would have done it in the reverse order, because you can make money. Let me put it this way. You just said to me the reason why I struggled for 4 years. You said, I want to make a course. That's what everyone thinks. What I'm teaching you is not to make a course. That's not the order of operations. That's what I'm going to teach you after you're done the OFA. Not to make a course first. There's a bunch of things you got to do before you make a course, and you can make money before you make your course.
Yeah, because I'll definitely say this, like, I do want to make one, but at the same time, I know I can make one if I just, put out like my top 10 secrets for how to be a great accountant, right? Just to go into that. And I figure I could charge maybe like $20 for it. And then from there,
Because you met me, I won't let you do that, because I love you. And I'm going to tell you what you're going to do instead. And here's why. Here's the why, okay? Last thing, and then I got to go.
Okay.
So unless you have other questions, which I'll answer really quick, but that was kind of my overview. So here's why. I spent all this time, I spent all this effort, and then I did do something good. I made feedback forms. And the feedback forms were like, what did you like about my course? What could I improve? All that typical stuff, right? So I have a health course and I have a business course. And in my health course, I taught people advanced healing, body repair, lifestyle, how to move, how to think, what to put in your face, nutrition, all that stuff, right? The main feedback, the number one feedback I got from almost every feedback form was not anything I taught in the course.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like, I'm teaching you guys all this juicy, amazing stuff. How to eat well, how to exercise well, how to exercise without breaking, how to da-da-da-da-da, how to think right and feel right so what you put in your face is good and blah, 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 right? I'm like, all this stuff. I'm like, oh, no, Jazz, stop on it. They didn't get any of that out of my course. Every single time. I've taught this course at least 7 times to at least 30 people.
Uh-huh.
Never once has anyone said any of what I just told you is what they got out of the course. You know what they got out of it?
What was that?
Energy, enthusiasm, and passion. I don't teach that. Or I thought I didn't teach that. But that's what people got out of my course.
Okay.
And that's what people were referring to me for. Karen's uber positive. Go to her course. I was like, I don't have an uber positive course. They're like, that's what you should teach. I'm like, oh my God. And then in my business course, you know what the biggest feedback I got from my business course was? The business mastery students.
Same thing.
Okay, so just to give you a frame of reference, I teach how to find what you're passionate about, how to, like with 100,000% certainty, like what you want to teach, 100% certainty. Your story, your messaging, your sales message, how to sell to high-end clients, how to build a tribe of like-minded classmates and team to help you build your business. That's what I teach, okay? Just broad strokes. So guess what they got out of that course? Every time, same answer, every participant.
I'm curious.
This one messed me up. I had no idea. I'm a better parent because of you. What? Your parenting teaching is amazing. I'm like, I don't teach parenting. What are you talking about? And they're like, you use your kids as examples in every sales training that you do. I was like, oh, I'm just trying to make it relatable. Like everyone has been a kid or understands kids. And I had to go back and watch my training. Thankfully I recorded it. And I was like, and even the camera guy was like, my relationship with my daughter is so amazing. His kids were involved in the shootings in Florida.
Oh, wow.
Their friends died in front of their faces. I'm sorry, I'm looking at you on my screen, not you up here on my camera. But their friends died in front of their faces. He was devastated. And he's like, Karen, he reached out to me about 6-7 months after that. And he's like, I'm so glad I met you. I am so glad that I was your camera guy. I am so glad that I went through, and recorded your course because I was so close to my kids. I could never have gotten through that if I hadn't had the close relationship that you taught me to build with them with all that crazy stuff you taught us. I don't have a parenting course.
Okay.
It's so bizarre. Whenever you make a course, you have no idea if what you have people will buy. If you make a course, you have no idea if what you teach is what people are going to get. Therefore, you are not going to build a course first.
Gotcha. Okay, I follow you now.
There's a bunch of other things that you're going to do, but what you're going to do is you're going to learn to make offers, and people will vote with their wallet. And you will build the course they vote for once they voted with their wallet. People say stuff and do stuff, and they're totally different.
Mm-hmm.
They're like night and day. They're like black and red and black and white. Like what they say and what they do, 2 totally different things. So I never, ever, ever let any one of my students ever build a course and then sell it. That is the wrong way around. That's the mistake I made. And I'm fascinated over it. I was like, oh my God, I don't know if they'll like it. Oh my God, I'm spending all this time. Oh my God, I don't know if it's good. Oh my God, I don't know if I'm good. Like, seriously, you could just learn how to make offers, put them out there. People buy it, great, then you make it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Called a beta program. You've been through a beta program probably. It's backwards. But I was taught to build a course and go sell it. Don't do it. It's painful. It costs lots of money.
Gotcha. All right. I follow you now. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. So any other things before we go? Because that's huge. That was a huge thing. Everyone thinks build a website, make a logo, build a course, Don't start there. It's a total mess. It'll take long. Okay. Sorry. Bless you. If you want to take a long time and spend lots of money, start there.
Gotcha. Well played. Do you have any other questions you want to clarify? No? Okay. I think that was from my end to learn more now. So now I know I'm not going blind into this. Now I'm understanding more. Okay, well, now I know what OFA really stands for, because I was kind of confused about that to begin with. But if once I buy the there you go. Okay. Once I buy the Black Book Secrets, if I go through your links in the announcements, will that continue with the affiliate? Will we still get the affiliate benefits from it?
Great question. Thank you so much for asking, because I've spent a lot of time and money learning what not to do.
Uh-huh.
So one of the things I've learned with the affiliate links is they're not perfect. You've already been searching up, .com secrets, it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
So because you've been clicking around, do you know about cookies?
Yeah.
So cookies, you're cookied to somebody's ad right now. So unless you clear your cookies or open my affiliate links in another browser, or open my affiliate links in an incognito window, if you know what that is,
Mm-hmm.
or open them up on your cell phone or another browser where you haven't touched anything ClickFunnels, or just make sure my URL, you know what the URL is?
Yep.
Where it says like whatever, has my affiliate ID in it.
Okay.
Then you will know. I just realized my mic is sitting up here, but I got a new mic and it's so good. So that, what was I going to say? That URL, as long as my affiliate ID is in there, then you know it's going to me. Otherwise, I can't reverse it. I can't make changes to it. And somebody else gets it, even though I did all the work educating you and teaching you and taking time with you to show you. So I really appreciate you asking that. So yeah, you have to make sure that your cookies are clear, you clear your cache, or you cut and paste instead of clicking. That sometimes will work. And just make sure my affiliate ID is there and you see it 1095345 or whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So thank you so much for asking that, and I appreciate it. And that is literally the way that I'm making money. Would you like to come in and say hi? They have a baby in the picture. You can show them what happens to babies.
You become short.
You become short. Like how tall he is. This is my
Hey there,
youngest
man.
son.
I like that shirt.
I am
I'm a Pitbull fan.
officially the shortest in my family.
I'm shorter.
You want to say hello? Come.
No,
No? Okay.
there's someone shorter right
Okay.
here.
Are we done? What do you need? Paperclip. I got tons
I'll
of
let you go. We'll let you go too as well. We'll take care of the baby here, and you guys will take care of home.
Yes, this is my baby. He's gonna be turning 15 in a week and a half. After Funnel
Nice.
Hacking Live, as soon as I get back, he's turning 15.
Awesome. Well, happy early birthday.
Yes. Okay, that hurts. Let go. All right. So very nice to meet you, Eric. Thank you
You as well,
for your
Karen.
time and attention. And Eric's dad, I already forget your name.
Carlos.
Carlos. How can I forget that? So very nice to meet you. I hope that helped a lot. You've got kind of a broad strokes right now.
Huge,
And
huge.
then, and then when you're ready, so everyone's kind of like gung-ho in the group, and then they go silent, right? So I'll just be posting a ton if I can. Again, for my affiliates, I'm going to have some. Oh, Russell just did a funnelology course, and I went through, instead of you watching it because you can't access it and I can't access it, he recorded it live. I got to be on it live. I went through and did the homework from it. So I recorded myself doing the homework from it.
Nice. Okay.
Right. So you don't have to go through the course. You can just be like, oh, Karen said we have to do this next, right? And then you can watch me building it, which is why I can't erase it right now because I just, yeah. So I've done like a bunch of videos like that where I was just going through, okay, I actually started all over from scratch in after Russell Brunson's funnelology course in January. And the reason why I did that, and I'll just tell you this last thing because I think it's important for you to know, is kind of what you were talking about with niche. My niche eats badly. They know they need to eat better, but all of my offers were about having gas when you go plant-based, you know, learning how to make tofu, like all this stuff. And I realized that my avatar is way not ready for that. My avatar is actually sick and in the hospital, and they don't know that nutrition is a big piece of it yet. So I had to go all the way back and remember my avatar is like way before they're eating at fast food restaurants. They're not eating at healthy restaurants. They're not looking for tofu. They're not looking for plants. Like I had to go all the way back. So I redid my whole avatar starting in January. Went all the way back in my training. So I had to like niche it out. So I like that you were thinking that already. It's really smart. But even more than that, because my target market is sick, but I had to be like, okay, there's different stages of it. They're what Russell calls problem aware, but not solution aware yet. Right? Like plant-based is a big movement right now. A lot of people are talking about it, and I have a plant-based eating group, but my people are in the hospital. They're in the Merge, they're in pediatric offices. They don't have time to look up plant-based. They have no idea what's going on. They're just in hospital, sick care, Emerge system. So I had to go back and be like, okay, my niche market doesn't need to talk about cravings and like all that stuff yet. They just need to get their kid out of Emerge. You know what I mean? Totally different target. Same market to me, but they're just in a different place in the road. So I had to niche it out even more. So anyways, I filmed all that for my affiliates, and they're going to get it. I'm just uploading it into YouTube. So anyone who has a ClickFunnels account under me is going to get that training as well. I'm giving a lot to the group. I'll be going live from Funnel Hacking Live, but I'll have some other advanced stuff that I'm going to send to my affiliates as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for this. It's helped me tremendously.
Yay. Yes. I just want to fast track it. What I just taught you took me like probably at least 50 grand to learn. It sounds so basic, but like a lot of time, a lot of money. It seems really basic when I say it now, but it was a lot of.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, have fun hacking live. I'll follow you again online, and I'll definitely use your link to be able to get the Black Book Secrets and moving forward.
Yeah. So whatever ones you want. Copywriting Secrets is the one you could hold off on of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's really like these, the OFA 30-day summit, the software, when and if you're ready. You could do the OFA, just depends on which way you want to get the software, right? And then the black box, and then Copywriting Secrets and Funnel Scripts if you want. But even that's like $1,200, and you have everything. Way more than I had. It took me a long time to find all this stuff. So to figure it out, like you said, is it worth it? What is this? I don't know what I'm being upsold to, blah, 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 blah. Why are you tickling my feet, child? Why? Okay, I gotta go. I'm being beckoned.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Carlos. Bye, Eric.
Take care.
Bye.